Dear students, let us discuss about the third plant growth promoter, that is cytokinins. Discuss about the discovery of cytokinins. F. Scoop and his co-workers observed the form the internodal segments of the tobacco stems. The callus proliferated only. F. Scoop and his co-workers first to observed from the internodal segments of the tobacco stems. Internodal segments of the tobacco stems. Generally, already previous class to be discussed about the plant stem consists of nodes and internodes. Two nodes between of the one internode. Okay, now F. Scoop and his co-workers first to be observed the internode segments of tobacco stem. The internode segments of the tobacco stems as well as the callus proliferated only. So the callus means a mass of undifferentiated cells. A mass of undifferentiated cells, that is known as callus. In addition to auxins, cytokinins with mixed to auxins to be identified and combined with the nutrient medium to be callus formation is adding by the following: extraction of vascular tissues, yeast extraction and coconut milk. Finally, F. Scoop and Miller to be identified and crystallized one of the cytokinin to be the active substances, that is named kinetin. That is named kinetin. Okay, now once again, F. Scoop and his co-workers first observed the internodal segments of the tobacco stem and the callus proliferated only if in the laboratory technique. So in addition to auxins, by means cytokinins with added auxins in the nutrient culture medium to be the following: in extraction of vascular tissues, in yeast extraction and coconut milk. Finally, F. Scoop and Millers will be reported. So, and crystallized to be synthesized. One of the cytokinin is always to be active substances, that they are named kinetin. That they are named kinetin. So, kinetin from the autoclaved herring sperm DNA. Kinetin from the extraction of autoclaved herring sperm DNA. Herring sperm by means one type of fish. One type of fish DNA. One type of fish DNA are containing one type of cytokinin to be involved cytokinesis. Cytokinin is also involved to be cytokinesis. So the autoclaved herring sperm DNA containing one type of cytokinin, that is named kinetin. But in this kinetin do not natural cytokinin are not found in a plant, only found in one type of animal organism, that is herring sperm, that is herring fish sperm of DNA, that is named kinetin. That is named kinetin. This is a synthetic cytokinin. Okay, now, so naturally to be not found in plants. Naturally to be not found in plants. Kinetin from the autoclaved herring sperm DNA. Next coming to, so natural cytokinin to be identified in corn kernels, and also coconut milk, that is named isolation of gelatin from corn kernels, that is maize, corn kernels, maize or popcorn, and coconut milk, okay. Now by means two type of cytokinins are here, one is kinetin, second one is gelatin, okay. Now auxins are of mainly two types, one is natural auxins, second one is synthetic auxins. Natural auxins are here IAA, IBA, indole triacetic acid, indole butyric acid. Synthetic auxins are here 2,4-D, 2,4,5-T, NAA, naphthalene acetic acid, 2,4-dichlorphenoxyacettic acid, 2,4,5-trichlorphenoxyacettic acid. At the same time, gibberellic acid are several types, more than 100 gibberellic acids, that is GA1, GA2, GA3 up to so on GA100. As well as cytokinins are of two types, one is kinetin, second one is gelatin. So kinetins are obtained from herring sperm DNA, but gelatin are obtained from plants such as corn kernels and coconut milk, okay. Now kinetin from the autoclaved herring sperm DNA, this is a synthetic cytokinin, so do not found naturally in plants. Isolation of gelatin from corn kernels and coconut milk, this is a natural cytokinin, are found in plants, So anyhow, cytokinins are of two types, one is kinetin, second one is gelatin. Kinetin are available autoclaved herring sperm DNA, gelatin are available in corn kernels and coconut milk. So next coming to natural cytokinins are synthesized in regions. In which regions? In regions where is always rapid cell division occurring root tips or root apices and developing shoot buds and young fruits. So gelatins are also available in root apices. Auxins is also available in root apices, root tip or stem tip. But gelatin, one type of cytokinin, are also available in root tips or root apices and developing shoot buds. That is axillary buds. And young fruits. Young fruits to be forming of one type of gelatin, and root apices to be form of gelatin, and developing shoot buds to be forming of gelatin. Okay. Now natural cytokinins are synthesized in regions where always rapid cell division. One cell is divided to two cells. So it is always increasing number of cells, increasing of the cells. Rapid cell division occurs in root apices or root tips, developing shoot buds and young fruits. This is a discovery of cytokinins. Next coming to the physiological effects of cytokinins. Cytokinins are useful to, first one, they help to produce new leaves. New leaves is always produced, that is helping of cytokinin. They help to produce new leaves, chloroplast in leaves, and lateral shoot growth and advanced shoot formation. New leaves are developed by cytokinins, and leaves is also containing chloroplast, so hence is always green in color, to be make a own their food material within the help of cytokinin. New leaves formation within the help of cytokinin, chloroplast in leaves within the help of cytokinin. So every leaves to be containing chloroplast within the help of cytokinin, and also all leaves is always green in color, to be make a own their food materials, and lateral shoot growth, and also lateral stem branches are developed within the help of cytokinin, and advanced shoot formation, advanced roots and advanced shoot formation is also with help of the cytokinins. Next, coming to very important are here, cytokinins help to overcome the apical dominance. Cytokinins is always overcome to apical dominance, but here auxins is always mainly the important role of apical dominance. Apical dominance means in most higher plants the growing of apical buds inhibits the growth of lateral buds, that is called apical dominance. So the play main important role are here auxins. Apical dominance are involved auxins, but here cytokinins are overcome to the apical dominance by means decreasing of the apical dominance to be cytokinins. So by means increasing of the cytokinins and decreasing of the auxins, in this time removal of shoot tips, the increasing of the lateral buds and the decreasing of the decreasing of the apical buds, that is the over apical dominance, overcome the apical dominance. Cytokinins help to overcome the apical dominance, decreasing the apical dominance, increasing of the apical dominance with the help of auxins, decreasing the apical dominance with the help of cytokinins, by means easily growth of the lateral buds, not easily growth of the apical buds. Another important are here, they promote nutrient mobilization. They promote nutrient mobilization is always transported of food material, one part of the plant body to another part of the plant body through the phloem. So in this cytokinin is always promote the phloem activation. Phloem activation. Phloem activation. They promote nutrient mobilization, which helps in the delay of leaf sensei, not fall of the leaves. Okay, now this is the about discovery of cytokinins and physiological effects of cytokinins. So these three are plant growth promoters such as auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins. Next, coming to plant growth inhibitors such as abscisic acid and ethylene. So first let us discuss about the first plant growth inhibitor, that is abscisic acid, short form ABA. So in mid of the 1960s, three research programmers or three research scholars to be identified or purified and chemically synthesized. These three are in similar kinds of inhibitors. So these three are different inhibitors. One is abscissine, second one is dormine, So these three inhibitors are similar in characters, chemically similar in characters, that is named abscisic acid. That is the discovery of abscisic acid. Once again, plant growth regulators or PGRs can be broadly divided into two groups based on their functions in the plant body, that is named plant growth promoters and plant growth inhibitors. Plant growth promoters are here auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins. So over the plant growth promoters. Next, coming to the plant growth inhibitors, that is abscisic acid, short form ABA. Let us discuss about the first discovery of abscisic acid. In mid of the 1960s, three research scholars were performed and chemically synthesized. These three characters, different kinds of inhibitors. First inhibitor are here, inhibitor B, second one obsession 2, third one Darwin. So these three inhibitors are chemically to be identical or similar. So hence these three inhibitors are mixed with the name of abscisic acid or ABA. Abscisic acid or ABA. So what is the role of abscisic acid? What is the physiological effects of abscisic acid? How to useful abscisic acid in agriculture and horticulture? Okay now. So first important role are here. ABA is always inhibits seed germination. This is the very important character here. Abscisic acid is always inhibits the seed germination. Is always inhibits the seed germination. Not germinating of the seeds. Seeds is always dormancy condition. Seeds is always dormancy condition. Why? Because those seeds containing one type of plant growth regulator. That is one type of plant growth inhibitor such as ABA, abscisic acid. So many farmers to be seeds to be cultivation in the agricultural fields. So these seeds are not germinated in several days. So these seeds is always dormancy condition, not germinated, not to be developed early plants. So those seeds not to be formation of plantlet. Why? Because these seeds are containing one type of plant growth inhibitor, that is ABA. So ABA is not germinating in the seeds. ABA is not germinating in the seeds or not developed new plantlet. Okay now. ABA inhibits seed germination. Second one here, ABA stimulates the closure of stomata in the epidermis, increasing the tolerance of plants to various kinds of stresses. Therefore, it is also called stress hormone. ABA is also known as stress hormone. Auxins are play an important role in the apical dominance. Gibberellins are play an important role of the bolting. Cytokinins are play an important role of the rapid cell division or overcome apical dominance. At the same time, ABA play an important role in the stress hormone. Why? Because ABA stimulates the closure of stomata in the epidermis. Epidermal cells containing stomatas. In leaves of upper epidermis or leaves of lower epidermis containing stomatas. So these stomatas is always closer. So in this time increasing the tolerance of plants, in various kinds of stresses, not availability of water, not availability of temperature, not availability of O2, in various kinds of stresses. Therefore, it is also called stress hormone. By means, the stomata of God cells to be containing ABA. In this ABA is always to be closing of the stomata. So ABA is always stress of the stomatal 4. In this time is always closing of the stomata. That is named stress hormone. ABA inhibits seed germination and ABA stimulates the closure of stomata in the epidermis, increasing the tolerance of plants to various kinds of stresses. Therefore, it is also called stress hormone. ABA is also commonly known as a stress hormone. Next, coming to ABA play an important role in seed production and maturation and dormancy. ABA play an important role in seed production. Early seed production is also, gibberellus is also to be promote early seed production. ABA is also to be promote early seed production and maturation and dormancy. Maturation and dormancy. ABA play an important role in seed production, maturation and dormancy. By induce dormancy, ABA helps seed to withstand desiccation and other factors unfavorable for growth. Not only ABA, and also other factors unfavorable for growth. So ABA acts as an antagonist to gibberellic acids. ABA acts as an antagonist to gibberellic acids. Antagonist to gibberellic acid. ABA is also to be act of antagonist to gibberellic acids. Antagonist to gibberellic acids. So ABA is always different gibberellic acids. ABA is always different gibberellic acids. Gibberellic acids. Okay, now. So ABA is involved in closure of stomata, and gibberellic acids and cytokinins are involved the opening of stomata. The opening of stomata. Okay, now. So this is about the abscisic acid, discovery of abscisic acid and physiological effects of abscisic acid. Finally, this is about the cytokinins and abscisic acid. Okay, now thank you.